afternoon, class. We have Kevin here. He rated high on the survey, and he agreed to answer some questions for us. Good afternoon, Kevin.
Good afternoon.
We have 3 questions.
Yep.
First question. What makes opera appealing to you?
Well, opera was not appealing to me until I got to college. I got into this class called Great Musical Masterworks taught by April Greenan. I love her, so shout out to her. When we dove into the subject of the Baroque era, I was really interested in how there are multiple musical geniuses just coming together, hanging out, and making great pieces of music, really. And one interesting person during this era was a guy named Claudio Monteverdi. And he wrote this play called Orfeo. And that was really interesting to me and had a great storyline behind it. But that's a really long story, and I don't want to waste your time with it. So, yeah.
Great information. Question number 2. How do you think the themes of music have changed from modern day opera to rap?
Well, I believe that opera music was more about love and how love conquered all, pretty much. And now it's transformed into this type of poetry that's been infused with money, sex, drugs, fancy cars.
It's horrible.
Really, I mean, I'm not going to say it's horrible.
It's not great.
Right, it's not great. It's not appealing. I don't know how some people listen to that, but that's my stance on the issue.
Okay. Last question. Do you believe that opera is vanishing from society, and why?
I do believe opera is being pulled away from society, but I also believe that a lot of students actually listen to opera more than people would think. And I think it's just because...
Do you think they use it as a soothing method?
Yeah, sure, soothing. Also, just the myth where it's like, if you listen to classical or opera music, you know, you can study better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I feel like the change of taste is because that people just grow into different types of music.
It's not being heard as often.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's wraps up our interview. Thank you, Kevin. It's been great. Thank you, Danny. It's a great presentation. Thank you, class.